All right, folks, it's time now to welcome an up-and-comer in the world of combat sports right here in the capital city, filled with up-and-comers in the world of combat sports. Now, in doing my research, I had to look at pictures of this male model of a man with muscles all over the place and cornrows that are as tight as can be. And now, fresh off his first win in Barry Meyer's Tuff-N-Uff Future Stars of America promotion, my guest is rewarded with the tough assignment of going one-on-one with yours truly on Sports Night. Let's welcome Thaneos Wadams. What's going on, my man?
Man, I'm blessed and highly favored. I woke up this morning.
There you go.
That was a start.
You woke up this morning looking like you and being built like you.
Yeah, you know, Maseo takes care of me, so that's one of my sponsors. They took care of me for the fight.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
so
we got to get you in actually a suit or something.
I could use one.
Because you look dapper yourself.
I try to do what I can do, but I mean, probably the first time I got the much better looking than me, man. But it's about you. It's about you, player. It's about you.
Okay.
So how you feeling? I mean, you just, a day after your very first pro MMA fight. I don't see any markings from this is how you feel after your debut?
Let me tell you, it is a different feeling. I feel high and I haven't even done any drugs.
Okay,
honestly.
that's a good thing.
Yes, so, this is something that I saw, the whole time. I've had a vision this entire time and I'm just here to prove my point.
Okay, so Your first MMA fight on Tuff-N-Uff, something I know a whole lot about. I've interviewed Barry, may him rest in peace, very good man. His brother Jeff running it now.
Yeah.
Looking at your weigh-in behind us, you looking good and shredded up.
Yeah.
But it was your first MMA fight going up against a guy who had a lot of MMA experience, and you ended up getting a rear naked choke in the first round?
Yeah, so, I'm a little bit different because I had to go pro my very first MMA fight. I was a pro boxer, so because I was a pro boxer, I couldn't be an amateur MMA fighter.
Gotcha.
So that was my first MMA fight, and I went pro that day. And he had, experience before. He had like 4 or 5 amateur fights, and that was both our pro debut.
Wow.
So it was kind of huge. And, his brother is also in the UFC, and so he has, like a reputation.
Being somebody.
And I'm, in a sense, a nobody to these people. I'm just a, Magic Mike looking whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was definitely a different experience to capitalize when nobody else believed in me.
Okay.
It's a great feeling.
No, I can imagine it's a great feeling. I mean, first of all, the fact that you say you had pro boxing experience and you fight in MMA, and anyone who knows the sport of MMA knows that boxers coming from MMA are kind of looked down upon around guys that are mixed martial artists because they feel like they only have one skill set.
Right.
But you go in there with your one skill set and you end up submitting a guy in a skill set that you're not even supposed to have. I mean, how did that come about?
Yeah, I surprised a lot of people. I think they thought that I was just gonna box with this guy. But at the end of the day, it really wasn't even about that. I just wanted to go in there and have fun. And I've been chopping wood Monday through Saturday with lions, people that, not only push me, but test me to limits that, you thought that you had. And so all the preparation that I did when I stepped in that ring, I knew I was protected by the light. And, I just wanted to go in there and show all the hard work I, have put in is going to pay off, and it did. It wasn't a surprise to me. It was a surprise to a lot of people. They don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
They projected something different, and I came in there and I broke it up. I broke the cycle.
Yeah, you rearranged somebody's story who was supposed to be a stepping stone in a sense.
Yeah.
Coming in. So, I've heard you've been training with Dewey Cooper. I saw some of the video of you hitting mitts. We all know in this fight game that Dewey, from boxing to MMA, is someone who's highly respected, and he's dealt with a lot of athletes that are top notch.
Yes, and it's an honor to train with somebody that high level and with that knowledge. I've had to actually outsource some of my training, get the right training from different people.
Well, yeah, for MMA, you get like some guys doing jiu-jitsu, some guys doing wrestling, boxing, all that good stuff.
But man, the training that we do with him is intense. It's next level, but that's the champion work that you need, and he provides that. So, it's a blessing just to be able to be in the right place and to have navigated, especially because I'm not from Las Vegas. I'm originally from Phoenix, Arizona, but I moved here from Miami, not knowing anybody, what direction to go. I just, I have heart and I have a vision, and that's all you need to believe in yourself, and the rest is a wrap.
Nah, talk about that. I mean, your journey to Las Vegas, as we kind of talked off camera, has been a long journey to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Coming here from Miami, but being from Arizona, you originally started off playing football, but then doing a little bit of wrestling, a tiny bit of wrestling, but also originally supposed to come to Las Vegas not to fight, but to do what?
I was actually hired in Chippendales in Las Vegas, yeah. So
Man, this guy got the interview's over.
Yeah.
This guy's got too much. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. I got hired to Chippendales in Vegas, and I remember just being so excited. I'm like, man, I can finally get out of this hard labor, manual jobs and 9-to-5s. I can make something out of myself. I'll be on TV. I got the look. I got the moves.
Okay, we get it.
You know what I mean?
We get it. Then
but no, you know, there was a different plan. I ended up getting hit by a semi. I almost lost my life, and I lost the Chippendales gig because I was, you know, hurt at the time. Then I was negative $445 in my bank account. My lease was up. My son was living with me. I lost my job because I'm over here telling them that, you know, I can't work.
This job anymore. I got Chippendales in Vegas.
You guys about to see me all over TV.
Yeah.
Magic Mike, and you know, it didn't work like that. But you know, there was I was destined for more, and that's what's happening right now.
Man, that's beautiful to hear. What was the spark coming from Miami to Las Vegas at the time? Because you just got here recently, right?
Yeah, so I've been here for about a year now.
Okay.
The transition was actually during COVID, and I didn't want to be that far away from my son. That was the first time, and I actually ended up moving to Miami for opportunity. I was the #1 dancer out over there at a male review, and so I was making all this money. I was doing music videos with like the Baby and all these like big name people, and like I moved there for opportunity, and I knew that I had a little amount of time, but because I knew what I was doing and what I was trying to attract, I had to make that move.
Yeah.
But during COVID, I was just like, man, I can't be away from my son, so let's just pick somewhere in between, because I'm not living in Arizona. So that's when I made the decision that, you know what, I want to fight. And if I'm going to fight, the best training I could get is in Las Vegas, in the Mecca, you know what I mean?
Fight capital of the world.
Right, so I'm going to go there, I'm going to network, and I'm going to make my way, and that's what I'm doing right now.
Man, and here you are on SportsCenter. SportsCenter, Sports Night. Look at me projecting.
Yeah, exactly. It's coming. It definitely is coming.
There we go. So how did you end up linking up with Jeff Myers and Barry Myers' promotion of Tuff-N-Uff and ended up getting that fight?
Man, so it's funny. I've been trying to fight for a while now. Since I've been here, like, I've been itching to fight. And it just hasn't worked out, like, between COVID, between my fight being pulled from me because I can't be an amateur fighter, and then I was just starting to get discouraged. But I just remember one of the promoters had hit me up, and he said that there was somebody that was willing to fight me, and my coach, you know, made sure it was the right fit for me, and we just took that fight. And from there, honestly, it was all she wrote.
All she wrote.
Yeah, so now it's the snowball effect.
The snowball effect. Okay, so a little bit of meat and potatoes for some of the people that are watching us as far as your fight. One, a ton of exposure with your fight. I hear your fight was on UFC
Fight
Pass, right?
Yeah, yep.
And you've gained some exposure from that from either people that are deep in the UFC world or just sponsors, or, you know, kind of tell me the reaction. I mean, it just happened, but still, what's some of the reaction that you've received from different people in the professional ranks after just one fight?
Yeah, actually, you know, timing is everything. It's probably better that March 4th I didn't fight, because this was at Cox Pavilion on UFC Fight Pass. There was a bunch of UFC fighters there. There was the #1 refs from the UFC reffing my fight. So the exposure that I was able to receive from being patient and from God's plan was way more exhilarating for me, because now I'm in this light to where I was able to tell my story. You know what I mean? And that's really what this is about. To me, it's not about fighting. To me, it's not who's bigger and badder. I just want to tell my story and give back to the people that, you know, that grew up like me. You know what I'm saying? Show them that no matter the adversity that I've endured, no matter the doubt, the haters, whatever you want to call it, I have a vision and I believe in myself. And no matter what, you know, they're either going to have to hop on board or get ran over. You know what I'm saying? So,
I like that.
So it's cool, because the way I carried myself at weigh-ins, nothing but respect. The way I carried myself walking out, nothing but my vision. The way I carried myself after the fight, nothing but respect. And there was nothing else because I'm not attached to my ego. I just simply want to show, hey, people, you guys can do whatever you guys want to do in this world.
You can achieve as long as you have the mindset for it. You work hard, you can get to wherever your goals are.
Yes, and you know, my brand is Thane's World, and on the back is, if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand, and that's something that I live by. You know what I mean? That's on the shirt that I actually gave you.
Yeah. No, we're gonna show the shirt. We're gonna show the shirt. Something I wanted to talk to you about as well. I hear, were you doing some sort of reality TV show? Or you had cameras following you around? What's that all about?
Man, so I've been on a few TV shows actually. I was on, a while ago, they called me Magic Mike on B. Simone's You're My Boyfriend. Okay. I don't know if you guys heard of that. That was a while ago. That was on Zeus Network, which is...
Okay. Not my particular genre, however.
Yes. and then there was another TV show that, you know, was like American Idol, but for dancers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was called Strip.
Wow. Okay.
A lot of Magic Mike stuff in there.
Nah, it's all right. It's all right.
You know,
not everybody can do it, clearly.
Right. And recently, you know, I just took it in my own hands to collaborate with Jerry Guiones. He's one of the #1 videographers, photographers. He teaches all over the world, sponsored by Nikon. Like, this guy is the real deal. And you know what? I was like, why don't you follow me around and capture the moment? And he is coming out with the dopest documentary, the lead up to my fight. And then now that, you know, the fight was the exact way that I projected it to be, now we're gonna capture that in this moment and put it all together and, you know, share it with the world.
When it's released, we gotta have you back.
Yes.
Gotta have you back.
Yes,
okay.
I'm super excited about that. But, you know, I think that also causes a little bit of, you know, I think people see the opportunity that I'm getting so quick, and it's causing a little bit of...
some hangers-on folks want to be a part of it.
Yeah, I'm starting to see a lot of people come out the woodworks, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and just know, like, just because I don't say anything, I definitely see it.
I got you.
You know?
I got you. Now, this is one thing we got to talk about as well. What is next for you? I mean, it seems as if you had a whirlwind. Didn't happen just like that, obviously, because a lot of hard work was put into it.
Yeah.
But what are you seeing next for you besides the documentary that's coming out? You looking to fight anytime soon?
Yeah, I want to fight again, like right away. As far as what's next for me, I can't really necessarily put my finger on that. I know I just want to be back in the gym. I want to keep sharpening that sword.
You have to,
and then, you know, something that I also live by is, you know, I don't chase anymore. I attract, because when I attract, I'm living in my divine purpose. So for me, you know, whatever comes my way, I just want to be ready for that. And something that my coach was, you know, telling me, he's like, just keep sharpening that sword. And you know, if you punch the clock, like, just like Mayweather, look how he trained. Like, he knew he was a champion.
Like he was bro. I used to go to a lot of his training sessions.
And I'm no different. You know what I mean? I am no different. The way I carry myself, who I am as a person, the message I'm trying to get that I'm going to get across, and at the end of the day, I'm vicious in the cage. I don't know if you saw that, but
I saw the fight.
Yeah, that was that was not just a rear naked choke. It was
a little bit more than that. Yeah, I mean, it was a rear naked choke with a little bit of force. I've done some play-by-play for Tuff-N-Uff back in the day when they were first starting out, when Barry was still alive, and I've seen a million rear naked chokes. Not many that were done that strongly. And I'll have the video on. I mean, they'll see it throughout this interview. But yeah, it was you can tell, and that's one of those moves, as you very well know. It's more of a muscle move than a technical jiu-jitsu move. You know, triangle chokes and everything else. And you can tell technique was good under the chin.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, you know, actually, there's a lot of technique in there, because when you guys watch the video right now, yes, I was trying to force something at one point, but my arm was not under his chin until I got my second hook in, which you'll see my other leg try to hook in. I couldn't get it. Finally, I hooked it in, and then I pushed up on his nose to make his head go up a little bit, and then I sunk it in, and then like an anaconda, I just slowly started to constrict. And I felt his body start to go limp, but as I went back, I think he was about to tap, and he just, like, I don't know, it kind of like just fell asleep in my arms.
It was a wrap. Yeah, it was a wrap. Nah, very well done. Congratulations, very well done. Very well done.
Thank you.
Man, is there anything else that you would want the people to know out here besides, I'm showing this T-shirt?
This was a start to, this was A star was born that night, and I'm not here to go away. There's nothing that can stop me, and I'm just super excited to keep showcasing my talent, my hard work, and who I am as a person. And I'm just super blessed to be in this position because I've dreamed this, and dreams come true. Dreams definitely come true, but they don't come true when you're sitting on the couch. You have to put the work in, you have to see it, you have to believe it, and at the end of the day, you have to go get it because it is not just gonna fall in your lap. And stop chasing, just attract.
Stop chasing, just attract. I need to get that T-shirt real quick to show these folks.
Yeah.
You got basically your one of your agents, King Buck, back here, but here we are.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Look at that. That's me and my son flexing on the gram.
There we go.
Thane's World.
Thane's World. And what does it say?
It says, if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Be careful what you're seeing in your mind, because I know that could go a few different ways.
There we go. My guy right here, Thane Wadams. Thaneos.
Yes.
I appreciate you coming
yes.
in.
Thank you, my dude. Yes.